As we go into week 3 of the NFL season, we have a lot of interesting games this week. We have a lot of good teams playing against each other, a lot of bad teams playing against each other. But let's start talking about them. So, first off, we have the New England Patriots against the Jets. This is a AFC divisional rivalry game, and I'm excited to see what happens here. I think the Patriots right now with their new head coach Rob Mayo are rolling, and they have they look like a very good football team, or not good football team. That's a stretch, but they look like a very good football team compared to their division. I think that's fair to say. I think the Jets. Listen, the more and more I watch Aaron Rodgers, the more and more they look a little bit washed. Man, I think Rodgers is more. He's definitely getting to the second half of his career and starting to peak or starting to downward spiral. And I think you look at this team, and I think Rodgers is not doing what everyone expected him to do. Blame the Achilles injury, sure, but I think it's becoming a little bit harder for him to play. So I'm going to take the New England Patriots here on this one. We go on to the Bears against the Colts. Colts and the Bears are about, in my opinion, about on the same page. The Colts want to be a good team in the league, but their offense, like a lot of the offenses around the NFL, are struggling to score. Anthony Richardson threw 3 interceptions last week, which is a joke. Caleb Williams also threw 3 interceptions last week, which is a joke. So we have the battle of two pretty mediocrely bad quarterbacks, but with really bright futures in this league. I think defense is going to win this football game. Whoever gets the ball and turns the ball over less will also win this game. So I'm going to take the Bears here. I think the Colts can definitely compete with this, and I think I'm probably going to get this one wrong, but give me the Bears to win this game. Next up, we have the Saints versus the Eagles. Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles. I think this will be a pretty interesting game. 1 o'clock game in New Orleans in the Dome. Place is going to be rocking. Philly are going to have to come in here and take this win from the New Orleans Saints. They are very hot right now. Obviously, the Saints being my team, they are very hot right now. They are finding it on offense, defense, special teams. The team looks like they're bought into the plan, to the goal, to the end of the season. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to sit here and say the Saints are going to win this game, but I can see it going either way. I think as a Saints fan, we aren't even supposed to be in this game at this point in the season. I also think that if we can compete and if we can show that we are trying at least to beat this team, which I also think we can actually genuinely beat the Philadelphia Eagles, then I'm all for it. But I'm not going to be upset if we lose this game. It's just it's just how we lose this game that will bother me. So, or if we lose this game, will bother me. So, give me the Saints winning this game. I think Philly are played out. I think Jalen Hurts isn't as good as everyone thinks they are, and I think their coordinators and their coaches aren't the best over in Philly. Looking at now, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Denver Broncos. Broncos aren't really a great football team right now or good. They're pretty bottom 10 in the league, in my opinion. Not the best when it comes to current ability. Tampa Bay Buccaneers are arguably going to be one of the best teams in the NFC. Baker Mayfield has revitalized his entire career inside of Tampa Bay. So not too bad for him. I'm going to take them to beat the Denver Broncos, but if the Broncos want to do the Saints a favor, I'm all for it. Panthers with their new quarterback, Andy Dalton. He's getting the start over Bryce Young today after being benched this week. The Raiders are also looking to continue their fight and being a team that people can't just shrug off. And with their head coach, Antonio Pierce, he will make sure they have that chip on their shoulders. The Raiders' defense is one of the best in the league, and they are showing with the amount of sacks and takeaways they are having so far. So give me the Raiders in Vegas to win this game. The Lions, coming off a rough loss to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they're going to have to go in and cool down a very hot and very high-powered Arizona Cardinals offense. I hope they can. I think they can. But it's just a matter of, cooling off that offense and not letting them get out early. We know that the secondary of the Lions isn't the best, and so we should have to hopefully see if they can stop them today or on Sunday. I'm going to take the Lions to win this football game. Next up, you have the 49ers and the San Francisco or the 49ers and the Rams. Rams have two of their star receivers currently injured right now, and Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp. Matthew Stafford struggling out there without his receivers. This team is becoming a shell of themselves because of the injuries. The injuries around the NFL have been at an all-time high. The league definitely needs to look at reducing those. Give me the San Francisco 49ers. I know they are missing Deebo Samuel and CMC as well. So this will be a very hindered offense for both of these two football teams, but I expect the Niners to come off on top, especially after losing last week. On Monday Night Football, we have a doubleheader this week. The Jacksonville Jaguars will play the Buffalo Bills. Bills on a hot tangent right now, going down to Miami on Thursday Night Football last week and blowing out the Miami Dolphins. Jacksonville, not a good football team, very mediocre, very lackluster, not going to do much this season or next. So give me the Buffalo Bills to win this game. Going up top, we have the Cleveland Browns versus the New York Giants. I've been saying it all year long. The Giants are a bad football team, and it is what it is. But I also think Cleveland aren't as good as people think. So we'll see the Cleveland Browns win this game at home. Their quarterback play needs to be better. Or I think there will be some changes when it comes to Deshaun Watson. Next up, Houston Texans are playing the 2-0. Both of these two teams are 2-0. Two good teams. They are playing in Minnesota. I think the Vikings are going to probably start to slow down here soon. I hope they do anyway, because they are playing very, very good, especially their offense. So they need to go in at home and take care of business if they want to beat the Houston Texans, who are also very, very hot. The Houston Texans, the biggest problem for me right now is their offense. Their offense is not scoring enough points for the amount of talent that they have at the receiving core. They're going to have to be better in order to win this game in Minnesota. But I'm going to take the Houston Texans. We got the Steelers, 2-0. I'm pretty sure there's 2-0. And the Chargers, who are also, I think, 2-0. I'm pretty sure. If I'm wrong, don't comment, because it's a waste of a comment. Comment something else that's productive. But regardless, these two teams, defensive heavy, playing really good defense. Steelers offense still has not gotten going. They're starting Justin Fields again this week. So look for that to be start to move in the right direction, but I don't think it will, and I think the Chargers will have a more sound offensive scheme, and I think whoever's offense plays the best or plays better out of these two teams will win this football game. So yeah, give me the Chargers to win. Packers with Malik Willis now. He's going back into Tennessee where he was last season in the past couple seasons. He's going to go there, go back to his place that he was drafted. Can he go back and win? He's saying he's not there to prove anything, and that his time was great in Tennessee, which I respect and I understand. Hopefully, without Jordan Love, the Packers can go in there and take care of business. So give me the Packers to win that football game against the Tennessee Titans, who have also been playing not too bad, but again, mediocre. All right, that's all it is. The Dolphins go up to Seattle to play the Seattle Seahawks. This is going to be an interesting game because the first game without Tua, I don't even know who their starting quarterback is, not going to lie to you. So can their starting quarterback come in now that Tua is out indefinitely for the foreseeable future? They have enough weapons where you can put any quarterback in that scenario and let them thrive. Let that quarterback be a quarterback and thrive and sit in the pocket. So whoever they put at that position will do well. Seattle are a team of youth. New head coach Mike McDonald, I think it is up there. Defensive heavy guy. They're trying to bring the Legion of Boom back. I don't think it's back yet, but give me the Miami Dolphins. The 0-2 Baltimore Ravens travel to Dallas. Dallas coming off a blowout from my New Orleans Saints. They're gonna try to get another win or get a win at home. First one of the season. Has to be a win. I don't see how this team crumbles. Well, I see how they crumble. With CeeDee Lamb being questionable right now with an ankle injury, if I'm not mistaken. I think the Baltimore Ravens, they're over this 0-2 drought. They go out and they get a win in Dallas, and Dallas fall to 1-2. I think the Chiefs go in to Atlanta and beat the Atlanta Falcons. Chiefs are a team, they don't like to lose much, and they are going to have to show the National Football League they're back-to-back championships. They want to continue to keep that up, but it's going to be harder without Rashid Rice, who's been put on who is hurt right now, and Puka Nacua, who's now put on IR and out for 6 weeks. So the Chiefs are going to have to use their scheme and start using Travis Kelce to win these football games. The Falcons don't have enough, in my opinion, to stop the Chiefs team. But the Falcons are a good team, and they just beat the Philadelphia Eagles on Monday Night Football. So look out for that. But give me the Chiefs to win that game. And then the Commanders and the Bengals. Bengals, again, 0-2, need that win. I'm a big fan of the Commanders. I think the Commanders are going to succeed at one point in the near future. Maybe this year, maybe next year, but it is what it is. The NFC East isn't the best, so they could make some quiet walks right up the top. But I think the Bengals are over losing the games. They started off the last couple of years 0-2. I think Joe Burrow finally gets it going. He did not practice today, but I think he'll go on Sunday. Give me the Cincinnati Bengals to win this game.